I would request Sri K.Nageswara Sir to address our students. Sir, thank you, sir. You're most welcome, sir. Please.
Ravi, it's very
Yes,
nice morning. Happy Independence Day to all of my friends who are on the screen. Just understand, there are mainly 4 pillars we have to concentrate through education. That is the good health, then work life, family life, and social life. If we concentrate on these 4 angles of these 4 pillars of life, definitely we can fructify this life and make this life more meaningful every year. So in this process, we fail. And in this world, only thing, you need to challenge your energies. Your motive is to serve. First self-service, then serve your family, then serve the society. By ignoring your physical health, you can't serve the society. We need to be healthy first. So that is the, you need to cater at least 1 to 2 hours a day for physical health. You do exercise, you do yoga, till last breath. As long as you eat, you should do some exercise. Then only there is meaning in our existence. Then only we don't become burden to others. As long as that is one thing. Then work life. So you must dedicate. Opportunities will knock at your door. You don't have to go to the opportunities. Once you dedicate it with the small work, then one after the other, the opportunities will knock at your door and you can open and you can become successful. So is the case of my journey. So those days jobs were in police department or defense services, LDC, UDC, like that. First I went for a job in army. Then they said, thousands of people came. Out of that, they wanted a limited quantity of people. So in that, a quick rejection had to take place. One shoulder low, I was rejected. That was just they gave one reason. One shoulder low, other shoulder was high. So I was put down and I was rejected on the very first day. Then I went for Navy, Indian Navy. Out of 21 people, I was the only one man who was selected, fiscally. And for all these people who were selected fiscally, once in a month they conduct a test, and I took the test. I succeeded, and I crave for. Every day I used to go to the post office to get that letter. So finally, I received the letter. You are selected in Indian Navy. Come with your bag and baggage. You will be routed to the training center. I went all the way to Secunderabad with the appointment letter. Then they said, you are from Guntur district. There is a recruiting officer in Guntur. Why did you come to Secunderabad for getting selection? One clerk put an objection that recruiting officer rejected me for NAV. Out of that dejection, out of that suffering, I went to Indian Air Force. Out of 500 people, 64 people were selected, and I was 28th among them. And on the very first day of selection, the recruiting officer gave an option. Out of you two, one has to go to Chennai today itself within 3 hours. Who is ready? I rose my hand first because I know how I was deprived twice. This third time is not. I took the opportunity of availing that opportunity, and my life turned to be a very good professional in Indian Air Force. I really enjoyed that. If at all there is one more life for me, I would like to work in Indian Air Force again and again. They are afraid of joining defense services. Such a great total security. Defense people are more secured in the life than the others in the society. That we should understand. I don't know why Andhra people are afraid of joining defense services. You join, make use of your energies for the right in the right direction, in the service of the society, the service of the motherland. So, friends, who can serve better? A person who has got a love for these three: Matru Devata, Matru Bhumi, Matru Bhasha. People who love these three: mother, motherland, and mother tongue, they enjoy this beautiful world. That is what is true happiness. We want to be happy as long as we live. We can be happy when we have love in our heart of these three things. In the absence of any of these three, our education has got absolutely no meaning. You may work as a clerk and suffer under somebody as long as you live. I don't mean that this is suffering. You, as a clerk, you can enjoy by serving the people. Whatever you do, that work should make you happy. That's about work. Then family life. See, gentlemen, we derive maximum enjoyment from our family. Your husband or wife, your children. If they are good, if they are healthy, then you are healthy. You are happy. If they are sufferers, then you are the ultimate sufferer. I told my sons several times, your happiness is my happiness. Your success is my happiness. Your success is my success. I repeatedly told. I don't know whether they remember or whether they remember. So it is fact. Every father craves his children to be happy, to be successful. So they should lead a purposeful life on the earth. So that is the family life. You have to dedicate. See, if the time, if we have got 24 hours a day, 8 hours, we should take a rest. 8 hours. You should not sleep more or less. Every day we should have rest for 8 hours. 8 hours we should dedicate. As a student, you should dedicate for your education. Concentrate on your education for 8 hours a day. Continuously for 15 to 20 years, you will enjoy. You will be on the higher ends of the ladder of success in this worldly life. You will enjoy all, whatever you desire, all things will really, you will get. So that is about your, enjoyment on the cost of, you should not ignore any of these 4 pillars. One is the first one is your physical health, physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual health. That is health means on all the 4 spheres. Then work life, family life, and social life. So these, if you ignore any of these 4 pillars, you will not be happy as long as. So concentrate on your family. So 8 hours you should dedicate for all these 4, and 8 hours for your work profession. Whatever the profession you practice, you should work for 8 hours a day. If you are a student, concentrate 8 hours a day for your education. If you are an employee, work. If you are a businessman, work 8 hours minimum. Minimum, that's maximum also. See, some countries, they insist on work culture, Recently, I read an article, France, the Prime Minister of France made a rule in that country, by 6, one should cut off the work. If after 6:1, if your manager gives a command, complete this work, then you don't have to reply for that letter. Next day you come at 9 o'clock, then you. So that becomes the law. So like that, we have to create certain rules of our own. Generally, we can become successful in our deeds. So, gentlemen, I think it is more, and constantly listening for longer time also is not possible for people. If you have got any doubt, please ask. And the social life, yes, that I forgot to tell you about social life. See, gentlemen, if you have got 100, if you have got 99 friends, the number is too less. If you have got one enemy, it is too much. But unintentionally, some people enter in your life as enemies, but ignore them. If you constantly brood over them, then your energies will come down and you can never reach your goal. And there is some factors, and ignore them, forgive them, forget them. And these 99 friends, of course, having more number of friends also is difficult because they waste your time. You need to have a few friends who can make you happy, who can smile with you, who can sacrifice their comforts for you. And at the same time, because unless you sacrifice for others, they don't sacrifice for you. That will remember. So, friends, so you need to have some good friends who can stand by you in all difficult hours. To create that, you need to stand by them. If someone says, I don't have any friend on the earth, it means he's a selfish man. He's not going to survive on the earth for a longer time. He doesn't lead a successful life. So we need to have some good friends who can really make our living process healthier, happier. So with this, on the occasion of this Independence Day, really I feel very happy to share my feelings with the young generation. After a gap of 4 months, I could open my mouth I could speak. So nice. Really, I enjoy reviewing my opportunity. I wish actually, I want to emphasize these people, your students, our students, sorry, not your students, our students. So, see, whatever the education we have, if you limit only for marks and ranks, you will fail in your life. So, better you see Amir Khan's Three Idiots film. That's a wonderful film, Three Idiots. Three kinds of people, how they concentrate only on marks and they fail. You need to develop creativity along with your education. You need to do something. So you need to develop a team spirit in you. You need to develop, confidence as a student. That is possible only through games, through some creative work. You become an artist, you become a singer, you become a musician, you become an artist, a painter. You can become anything from education. You need to have hobby. Unless you have a hobby, you are not going to succeed. You are not going to understand the purpose of this life. Then only people of art nature, of the kind, they can never become violent in their life. You just see. You may find some directors violent, but you can't see singers or writers violent in their lives. They're all cool going. They understand this life. They want to make others happy, not by ignoring their happiness. So, friends, so you concentrate on improving your communication. Without communication, our life has got no meaning. We are all social beings. As a social being, unless you relate well with the people around you, you are not going to lead a happy life. So you should not have even a single enemy on the earth. You should set your mind that I should not have enemy on the earth. If someone cheats you, someone humiliates you, someone criticizes you, forget him, forgive him, and that makes you a happy life. So concentrate on your, on communication. That is the fabric of life, without which you can't succeed. The moment you step out of your college or university education, your journey begins with the communication. That you should understand. And you should not speak all you think in your mind. You should think what is good, what is apt, what is correct, what is right for making others happy. That one you should speak. And what is bad, that you should filter yourself. So, friends, this I feel very happy to share my feelings with you all. Thank you very much. I feel very happy today by seeing Sarvagna and Chalmai. They really spoke well. All these, 4-5 young guys, they spoke well on the power of the youth. Really wonderful. Their presence of mind, their commitment. I really thank their parents for encouraging them to become the part of this presentation today. So parents also, some parents must be watching this program. So I advise parents not to quarrel among yourselves in the presence of the children. If you have got any difference, because life is a journey. Without struggles, you can't go ahead. There are more number of families. There are more number of members in the family. You may differ in your opinions with the elders. So you should not burst out and speak loudly in the presence of your young children. You should set some good examples to your next generation. So if you take care of your tongue, especially the elders, in the presence of your children, definitely you can see beautiful children and you will really enjoy this beautiful world. And there may be some poor people, and I am very poor, I can't do it. God has not blessed me to be born in a rich family. All these things are really not worth of listening. I know one guy, Ramesh. He was born in an average or below, in a poor agriculture family in the Venukonda. After his parents could not afford him to educate him. After 10th class, they were running in a food drink shop. So he invested his life for 2 years like that. In some poor people, some illiterate people, they come and, hey Ramesh, एक gold spot दे दो, एक soda दे दो, like that. अरे रमेश, ओरे रमेश. Then this boy with the self-esteem, with the self-dignity, he could not tolerate that humiliation from an illiterate calling him, Are Ramesh, Ore Ramesh. Then he approached his headmaster, what can I do? Then his headmaster counseled him, you go to Guntur, undergo BCA course under IGNO, and thereafter, after your graduation, you will understand. Then he did MCA from the IGNO. Now he's a very good software engineer in Switzerland. Now you tell me, what lifted him from the state of that ignorance to the highest state? Because he utilized his brain and he had a choice of life. He never wanted that he should be emulated by illiterates, rogues. And one more guy, Karnagan Reddy. Really, I remember some people, in my mind, really, I am so blessed to have the company of such good people. This Karnagan Reddy, he was born in a very poor family. His father was a drunkard, his brother also was a drunkard. From that family he came, and he was very intelligent. And he got, high goal in life. He wanted to become an IAS officer. His headmaster told him, by seeing his intelligence, you will become an IAS officer one day as a school boy in the private government school. That was the year 1995-96. Then he completed a course at Apex. Then I asked him, I wanted a faculty who can sit at home and, who can sit at the office and the council. Then I asked Karnagan Reddy, be in my office as an assistant faculty. Sir, faculty. He burst out and he laughed. And the same man is in a very good position today. He worked in a multinational company after he did MCA. Then he worked in a multinational company in UK for 7 years. He's leading very good life in Pune with duplex house, this, that, and all. Now you tell me, where his father was a drunkard, brother also was a drunkard, and they had so much debt. He cleared all the debts, and he made the family happy. So how could it become possible? So never say that I was born in a poor family. So friends, we are all, God has given us crores of worth of property in the form of kidneys, eyes, lungs, heart, and good body. So make use of this for a healthy living. It's really a human life is a blessed living. And let us make this life more meaningful, merrier, but not by allowing disappointment into our minds, and by always listening to the words of encouraging people around you, so that you can reach higher rungs of ladder of success. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. After a long gap, just I listened to your inspiring speech, sir. The way how you said the 4 pillars, there 4 pillars play a key role in a man's life, like his health, his family, work, and society. So surely our students and of course we people come to know the importance of all the 4 pillars, sir. With your permission now, I would like to ask our students to pose a question, sir. They are very much interested.